Hello everybody, welcome to our YouTube channel. Here she is, Ford Escort. Now it's ready for welding. And as I said before, we discovered 3 or 4 times more rust than we could notice when we saw the car for the very first time. This is not a rifle, this is a chassis arm, leg arm, however. So we have few spare parts over there, few panels that we have to change for must change. But it's easier to say than to do. But anyway, that's why we're calling ourselves classic car restorers. This big part goes here, but before we do anything about it, we have to take precise measures because both of the chassis arms are damaged. So now me and Bojo were thinking how to do that to not destroy the car's geometry, because everything else what goes onto this means engine, gearbox, steering, we will jeopardize all that measures if we do something wrong. That's also a big responsibility. If you can notice, these pit rust arms are connected here somewhere close to the chassis arms. And now if we want to work freely on them, we have to move or to make some sort of bracket somewhere there. I'm still not sure where, but it is a demanding job. Luckily, we have new parts, so it's easier to work because this part should fit on exact same place. Sometimes it's the case, sometimes not. So welding, including a lot of measuring, reinforcing, million times open, close, but on the end will be grand. I have to show you something else, but considering that our floor is freshly painted and my cameraman gave me instructions to walk like a Donald Duck. Can you hear this sound? Also, my shoes are freshly painted. So, here I am. This is a hole on the chassis arm, on the chassis, and we decide to repair that because the damages that we're going to cause cutting this are smaller than we change all the tube. You see, sometimes you have to make some decisions which are cheaper and quicker for the customers, but also they cannot jeopardize the quality of the job and safety of the car. That includes a lot of talking and conversation with your working colleagues and generally following the basically rules of welding and making things right. That's it. Arches on the wings are pretty much destroyed. We are waiting for them. That will be pain in the ass also, but we'll do it because the corners of that arches are destroyed. You see, this plastic is still on the place, but most of it is destroyed. I'll try not to remove the sills. We'll make this line new one and we will change that. There is plenty of weldings through the time on this car. For example, this, walking again, you see these bubbles here, this is some people call this welding, but actually it's very bad quality. There is plenty of metal everywhere. It looks ugly and the quality is not good, you see, because you can see a lot of metal, but actually all the strength of this metal is just on this tiny piece of tin. I don't know what is this, maybe exhaust or whatever, but that will be cutted and redone for sure. Now you see all these places here, they have to be cutted and replaced, and that's a time, a lot of time to be as it was. Okay, Bojo, let's pit the car. Quickly. All right, this piece of metal goes here, right? Yes, one big puzzle for big boys. This panel goes here. That looks good. And this side panel, A-pod is good. It's not rusty as that one over there. That's why we have this, and that's for the other side. This one we will save. Actually, it's one of the better panels of the car. And I have to show you something else at the front of the car. Sorry. It's here. You remember that panel? This was welded on the car, but something says to us that there is a rust underneath. Ta-da! And look at this. Years of leaking water caused this, so it has to be repaired. This outer panel looks good, and we will return that on the place, but not before we fix this. That's a trick in restorations cars, because you can observe the car from outside, but you never know what is inside, and inside is that. So never say, I have a nice, decent old-timer, if you didn't open it or investigate to the end. So that will be it. Stay with us up to next time. Stara kuća, mala bašta i u njoj Jugo 45.